With a changing landscape from beautiful beaches, lush green rolling hills, and volcanic mountains to sandy plains and scrub brush, this land holds diversity and wonder all its own. I'm in Tanzania, and this is AWR 360. Along the northern part of Tanzania lie a people group called the Maasai. Closely adhering to their ancient traditions and way of life, these brightly dressed, semi-nomadic people are best known for their heroic hunting stories, singing, and dancing. In one of these Maasai villages lives a young man named David.
I am 29 years old now, but this story began many years ago.
Cows are a very important part of a Maasai's life and considered their most valuable possession. As the seasons change, they move around the countryside in search of new grazing lands and water for their large herds of cattle. In accordance with their culture, David began herding his family's cows at a young age. Instead of going to school like other kids, David often had to walk many miles a day, always keeping watch for snakes or other wild animals that might harm the herd.
After a long day, I would come home and listen to the radio. This was my only connection to the outside world, and I loved listening to music.
David would often sing along to his favorite songs, and nearby his mother happily hummed as she cleaned up the evening meal. This was her favorite part of the day, too. David's mother only spoke their Maasai tribal language, and he longed to find a station that she could understand. One day, while searching the channels, David was delighted to hear their Maasai language being spoken. He quickly brought the radio to his mother so she could listen too. From that day on, David and his mother listened every day to the newfound broadcast. They were fascinated by the Bible truths being presented.
We had never heard of the 10 Commandments before, and so many things were new. But we felt it was true and wanted to know more.
Providentially, a Seventh-day Adventist Bible worker came through David's village one day. David excitedly told the man about what they had been learning on the radio broadcast, and the Bible worker in turn answered all their remaining questions. At the end, David expressed his desire to give his life fully to Jesus. It was a joyous Sabbath when David and his mother were baptized into the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Since that happy day, David's mother has sadly passed away. David is older now, but he still takes care of his growing herd of cows, leading them to greener pastures and always keeping them safe. David no longer has to wait until evening to listen to AWR. Instead, he faithfully takes his radio with him.
I am so thankful for AWR and for the truth it brought to my mother and I in our own language. Thanks to the radio broadcast, I love Jesus now and look forward to seeing my mother again someday soon.
Isn't it exciting to realize that even in the remote corners of Africa, AWR can still be heard, and that lives virtually untouched by Western society are being touched by the good news of salvation. Together with your prayers and generous support of Adventist World Radio, we can reach more of the Masai people and other tribal groups that still need to hear about Jesus. From broadcast to baptism, this is AWR 360.